Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chaosvile, here with your master of horror for the evening, lying in bed mon, and we are once more in my little Sadako's well hovel in the sand pit. Let's just set this running. It's currently getting all of my stone supplies over. 4 of these are grown up now. This one's kind of lagging behind. I'm not really sure why. There usually seems to be at least one that doesn't grow for a long while. I don't know why, but got an iron furnace up, got a bunch of the other stuff pulled over, and made a bunch of iron actually. So yeah, there we are, 11. Oh, that reminds me, before I forget, that first symbol that appears in coal and all manner of other things, but not charcoal, noticeably. Found out what it is. It is the kanji symbol for stone, ishi. That's probably about the extent of the Japanese we'll be hearing today, because the first few lessons that I'm having to go through are learning the alphabet. Japan uses 3 different alphabets: katakana, hiragana, and kanji. And if I actually go back to the main screen of Minecraft, which I won't at this particular moment, the phrase single player is written in all 3 of them. So it's a bit of a pain to try and translate when you're just getting used to it. Oh yes, and big thing I found out is Factorization has very recently, as near as I can tell, undergone a fair few changes. So Stamper and Packager no longer used for making diamond shards. Although the Packager is quite useful for doing this. I just leave it like that and it'll package it up into the compressed cobblestone. So that would be pretty handy if, for example, I was trying to create the, I think it's the octuple compressed cobblestone or something that you need to get into the deep dark, which is part of extra utilities, I believe. Yeah. And it's pretty handy for just cheaply, no crafting recipe needed, no power required, kind of just compacting. Pretty handy, that. And, oh, actually, I think I have enough gold for that to try with this as well. So I might just create some kind of route that takes all of my processed ores and puts them through this thing. There we go. Perfect. And then the stamper just sort of inverts it, so if I stick that there, yeah, just unpackages it. Has that lovely animation on the front, very nice. So there is no craft packets anymore. At least not as far as I can tell. So the question then you may ask is, well, how do we make the diamond shards that you need to make everything? Well, you do it as the recipe originally suggested. The original recipe was a block of diamonds surrounded by 4 TNT, with the corners filled in with obsidian, suggesting that you detonate the diamond. And that's actually what you do right now. You can use most of the TNTs, 2 out of the 3 TNTs, I believe. So if I just bring them up here. Okay, so you've got TNT, industrial TNT, and there's obsidian TNT, these metallurgy TNTs, and tiny TNT. Tiny TNT doesn't do it. Obsidian TNT destroys everything in a large radius anyways, but you can do it with regular TNT and industrial TNT. Now, what happens is, creates a crater, the diamond block goes away, and I think it's 18 or so diamond shards turn up as a consequence. Oh yeah, this I got from just leaving 4 gravel, and that's behind that packager. A little bit lackadaisical, but away. We're going to make the industrial TNT, which is 3 TNT and... ooh, now there's the Ishi sign. There's also fire there, but looks of it, if I remember correctly. If I remember my kanji correctly, that symbol on the far left is fire. Or... Hino? Shino? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Don't know. Yeah, 6 flint and 3 TNT will produce the industrial TNT that we are going to use. You may wonder why I'm specifically going with the industrial, and it's because there is a slight bug with it. You see, when you use the regular TNT, the diamond block gets detonated, goes away, and you get your shards. For whatever reason, when you use the industrial TNT, you still get the diamond block and the shards. So, it is an exploit. I don't know if I'll say it proudly, but I'll definitely say it. But I'm going to use it until it gets patched, because it isn't too big of an exploit, at least not as far as I'm concerned. And, oh yeah, it's a lot brighter down here, because I took the liberty of shifting the cover on the well back a bit. That's roughly its position, what its position should be when it's opened at night. And let us hop down here. Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing that just to get into my base there. Okay, so we're gonna need to blow up around here anyways. So we shall utilize this structure. And let's grab that, because we don't need it down here right now. As long as it's daylight, we're fine. Okay, let's stick that there, and that there. And I'm going to want a quick way out of here, ideally. So, let us head up here. Okay, and if I pop down here now... Notice we've got the diamond block, and we've got the shards. Perfect. I could not have actually seen that better. Oh, and some diamonds. Well, you know, paying dividends, it seems. Now, the next question is, how do we get... Yes, it is 18, exploded diamond block. The next question is, how do we get the dark iron? Well, if I take a look at it in here, dark iron, you see we have dark iron ore. Now, the RAF igniter doesn't seem to do anything outside of crafting RAF lamps. As it says, there are only 4 RAF lamps. If you probably actually can't see that because my face is in the way, sorry. So you find dark iron ore around about levels 4 and 5 of the world, right around the bedrock level. Apparently, if you find a clearing in the bedrock, it's probably around there. But I have yet to find any, so take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Alright, let's get enough on, because we have no real usage for this extra TNT otherwise. Okay, lovely. Hopefully we are not going to hit any lava, which is a distinct possibility, come to think of it. So we're just sort of ploughing through here, getting a few more resources that we initially had, which is nice. And what I'm mostly going to be doing today is setting up the way that ores are processed. At least as far as our current availability goes. And let me mine out those diamonds. Any more? Not all of them? Nope, there is at least one more. Oh, there's a whole vein here. This is legitimately a problem, actually. Like, I keep going out to find one thing. And instead I tend to come back with a lot more is that? That is endstone. And that was fire shards. Why is there endstone here? Okay, this is mysterious. I'm going to say magic bees. Probably, yep. Oblivion Hive, magic bees. Okay, well, we might as well harvest it, because A, it's free. Usually I've only found the infernal hives, so I guess these guys are lower than the infernals. Which doesn't quite make sense. Logically, they should be higher up than the infernals. And that's a bit more. Can't pick these guys up just yet, so we'll leave them, but we might have a use for them later, because you can use them to generate the ender pearls and such. And... oh wait. Okay, so we are just getting a lovely stockpile of these diamond block shards, which we need to make a bunch of stuff, chiefly, at the moment, the lacerator. Can I get that? Come on, thank you. And oh boy, we're doing a number on our stairs here, aren't we? Gonna have to fix that, but I can fix that at a later point when we can't, more or less, just teleport directly back up to where we need to go anyways. We have one more piece of industrial TNT, so we'll just get rid of that. Let's plonk it here. Hup. Oh, balls. Oh, thanks, Mick. You can teleport yourself directly straight down, that's how I've been surviving this fall, but there's a delay on how quickly you can use your teleporting. So, I can't just go vorping all over the place like I used to. Must have fixed it in a more recent version of Witchery. Oh well. Okay, so... to demonstrate, I need to be around about there, I think. Haha. And that's me more than halfway back home. Lovely. Of course, once I got this stairway out of the way, I can probably just use my broom and fly back up, but for now we have the stairway here, so it's a bit of a problem in that regard. So, from that, we have gained 64 and 8, 72 diamond shards. And we have kept our diamond block, and we even gained enough diamonds for another block. I would call that a progress part. There we go. And let's plunk these in here as well, and that. Probably stick that around to be packaged as well. That's lovely. Love that. Okay, so the lacerator is sort of the factorization answer to making dusts, to macerating stuff. So for that we need a diamond cutting head and a motor. And the motor is sort of kind of messed up and interesting, but the diamond diamond cutting head is just diamond block shards around a piece of iron. So let's see, let's find a piece of iron, and we'll surround it with the shards. That gets us the diamond cutting head. Now, the motor requires a magnet, which requires a battery and lots of lead wire. Lead doesn't quite occur naturally at the moment. You kind of get it as a byproduct of silver, which I should have some lying around. Picked up a bunch of that. There we are, there's some silver. Is that all of my silver? That is apparently all of my silver. And we can get it by putting material, the silver ore, into the slag furnace, and it is then a byproduct. There we are, charcoal. That'll do the trick. Now, the slag furnace, you can stick a furnace heater next to, and it will use power for actual cooking. So you can sort of have it as a... there we are, some lead. You can sort of have it as an upgradable, in a way, kind of furnace. It's interesting that way. Free lead already. This is where the slag furnace comes into its own. What you basically do is you put in certain things, and then it gives you one thing normally. See, there we have, let's see, let's find a clean lead gravel, right? Put it in normally, you get a 125% chance of a reduced lead chunk appearing in either of the slots, and it can appear in both. So that means you can get double your ores pretty quickly already with this. So we've already got 5 lead. We've only gone through 4 silver. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm trying very hard not to sound like Direwolf now. Okay, so to make the lead wire is just free, and we get 8 of that. So that's all we need, is just 3. So let's plug that together, because we got more than that already. And now we need to make sulfuric acid. Now this is a little bit on the side of trickier, because it requires gunpowder, charcoal, and a water bottle. I haven't brought the water bottles over, I don't think, so I don't know if we have any lying around. Unless we can make it some other way. Can we make it some other way? Sulfuric, there we are. Nope, we need a water bottle. I do recognize that first symbol, that's Mizu, for water. Everything else, I don't know. And there's our Ishi symbol. The second symbol there is definitely kanji, because kanji has some of the most complex symbols I've ever seen. As a rule, katakana is more angular, and hiragana is very curvy. I have the alphabets up to my side here, but I'm not really referencing them much, so we need to make a water bottle that requires glass. So let us get some of our compressed sand out, and cook that inside of our furnace. And then I'm going to have to go upstairs probably and find some... Why do I only have the 9 sand? Oh, because compressed sand only uses that, of course. There. We do not want to be wasteful with our fuel. So, meanwhile, we get our sulfuric acid and then we apply... this is all in the aim of making the battery, basically. To make the magnet, we need a battery. Battery can be recharged that way, but that's not what I'm looking for. That's what we're looking for. sulfuric acid, 4 lead, and 4 iron makes a battery. These come fully charged, thanks Meg. But after that you'll have to recharge them yourself. Let me see, I need a bit of you. I don't actually have all that much of it raw, but I have 6 blocks of coal. And I've noticed that Ishi turns up on most of the ores that get translated as well. See at the end there? Something Ishi. Ishi. Actually, interestingly enough, these appear to be the same translation. Oh wait, hang on. That's because they're the same thing. I'm going blind. Right. Yeah, it's a bit of a crash course for me on languages, because up until now, the only languages I've ever learned were all pretty much European, so they all use the same Latinate alphabet. I think I previously said in an episode that English uses the Arabic alphabet. That's incorrect. It uses Arabic numbers. It uses Latin alphabets influenced by Norse rune, influenced by all manner of things. Okay, so we've got that. Let us go and get some water. And it's like I've watched anime and such for like probably decades at this point. So I'm fairly okay with speaking it. I understand how various things should be spoken. But look, it's night. But I've never had to deal with the language, with the alphabet itself. Oop. Now let's see there. Why am I hearing a bat out here? It's probably flown out the well. Okay, maybe there's a cave nearby then. I'd be curious. Okay, let's brave the witches, because they have water at the middle here. Doop. Taking that. Fleeing quickly. Oh, of course, there's a pond right next door. I should have seen that earlier. Ugh. Okay, so our goal today is to try and get a lacerator working. So we shall just quickly hop back down here. And I need 5, there we go, okay. Yep, not the easiest thing to get into right now, but it works. So, now we need gunpowder. Gunpowder's kept in the materials chest. It is right there. 1, 2, 3, yeah, let's keep it at 2. Now, if memory serves, there is an effect that you get if you drink this, if you should be so tremendously foolish and inclined. We're not going to do that, because I value my life, and it eats up, like, your entire hunger bar. And sulfuric acid gets us a battery. Surround... is it a bit of iron and that? It gets us our magnet? Yes, it is. And we keep most of that stuff. We take a little bit of charge out of the battery. So that gets us the magnet, and we also need insulated coil, which is a lot of lead around a clay block. Which may prove a bit trickier, because I only have 2 lead left. Ugh. Balls. There's always something, isn't there? First in, cover, no, I don't have any blocks of lead. But just to be clear, let's take a look. Nope, no more lead. That is all of the lead that I have. And if I keep leaning over here, it's because my screen keeps blurring a bit for some reason. It might be showing its age. No, I don't have any more lead in here. As I say, lead is a byproduct, so it's a little tricky to work with. You can find some never lead ore. I may have to go looking for that then. That seems like that might be the easiest way to use it. And that creates thermal expansion lead. And let's see, can we lacerate it? Yes, we can, into dirty lead. Okay, maybe I'll explain exactly why I want to get to making a lacerator then. Well, the lacerator just turns things into dirty gravels of things. So, for example, here we have dirty lead gravel and clean lead gravel. Clean lead gravel you get by combining the lead gravel with water, and it gives you the clean. Clean, if you then stick it into a slag furnace like this, gives you a slightly increased chance of getting a reduced lead chunk. You can, of course, just use this straight away and get yourself... no, I may be talking out of my hindquarters. Okay, so you use that and you get a 125% chance both slots of getting another one. So this is already double your ores. this is potentially triple your ores. It gets even better than that, because reduced lead chunks can be put inside of a crystallizer, up to 5 of them at a time, with some aqua regia, to create crystalline lead, at a 100% 20% chance per reduced lead chunk. So you can potentially up to quintuple your ores. It is painfully slow, but if you have ores that you're particularly interested in having, such as lead, then you can use this as a means to get the absolute maximum value for your money. And yeah, it looks like we are too low on lead, so I shall have to go and check that out in between episodes. And oh, looks like all of our materials here have come in, so I shall sort that out. And hopefully by next time we will have enough materials for me to start setting up a lacerator. So with that, I shall catch you all next time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favourite, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now, catch you later.